What's up, Virgo? This is Marcus from King Alliance Oracle, back with another Tarot Oracle reading here for you. This reading is going to represent June 2022. And I just want to say thank you to all of you who have liked, shared, and subscribed, and clicked the bell. Also, thank you for being patient with me as my computer shit the bed on me. I had to get a new laptop before I can make some more videos, so thank you for that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you some Oracle cards. Then I'm going to get you some Tarot to clarify. These Oracle cards are going to give you some general energies, so what you should expect should have an effect on your month. Also, once I verify with the Tarot, I'll then clarify any cards that seem unclear from what's going on. Okay? All right, so let's take a look. All right, so I'm going to use my golden Art Nouveau Tarot, a low Scarborough, and then I'll use my Witch's Tarot to clarify. All right, so the first card that came out for you here, Virgo, is the Lover's card. Right, so for some of you, you guys could be in a love situation or making a choice about a love situation, or some of you just could be making a large choice about your life and about your career. Once we see some of the other cards that are surrounding it, we'll be able to give more information. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords. All right, so something's coming fast. The Knight of Swords is representative of an air sign, so that could be a person coming towards you. It's moving very, very fast. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. All right, so it's a possibility that for those who are looking for love, it's a possibility. Just a moment. We got the High Priestess came out. Okay, so for some of you, you could be making a choice, and you're making this choice, and it's more than likely you're gonna make a quick choice about this. You're going to go really fast. But the thing is, you want to be really, really... With the Queen of Cups, this is you being more compassionate. So I see that you're using your intuition to try to be really thoughtful about your choice that you make, because you have the High Priestess here, and you also have the Queen of Cups, which is very, very... also a very psychic card. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords here, and the Ace of Wands. So we got the Ten of Swords and Ace of Wands again. Let's see here what we have for the bottom line. Alright, so we have two fell out, Four of Cups, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. Let's see what's the final energy for this month. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords coming out. So you have a lot of thoughts and things in your mind here. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the Chariot energy. So it looks like this month you've been working as of last month on a mission, on success. Some of you are going on a trip. In some cases, you may even be purchasing a new car or looking into that process of getting yourself a new car. But we'll go through some of the energies that we have here. So, as I mentioned before, we have the Lover's card. So for some of you, this could be a love situation. Some of you could be making a large decision that's happening during the month of June. This is also coming up during Gemini season. So this may just be a seasonal card, just kind of letting you know that this is the time that you should be speaking up, letting the things know with Mercury. Okay. Now we also have the Knight of Swords. All right. Now the Knight of Swords here, if you look at this Knight of Swords, he has the wings of Mercury on his helmet. So from what I see with this here, if you're not in a love situation, I think that some of you have someone who's coming to you, who's going to come to you and have a message for you. And they're going to be coming really soon. Now, this person could be a water sign, or they just could be a really compassionate person. This is the Queen of Cups that came right behind it. So for some of you in a love situation, you might have somebody who's coming to you who might be really compassionate, who might be, bringing love or offering love or trying to connect with you even more. And so this could be those who have a relationship or those who are single. You might have, the Queen of Cups, your significant other, if that might be, coming to you quickly with communication or trying to show you love. Okay. You have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, this shows that your intuition is very heightened during this month. So you have a lot of thoughts that are coming to you, maybe having some vivid dreams. The High Priestess is also connected to the moon and the moon cycles. So I know that we're having a full moon in Sagittarius as of June the 14th. So that could be something that could affect you if you have a moon in Sagittarius or anything like that. But from what I see here, there's some things that are working in the background, and you also may be learning some things through through the ethereal. So either through meditation or through your dreams or something. But you have the High Priestess here, heightening your intuition about what's going on around you and the decisions that you need to make. Okay? All right, so in the center of your reading, you have the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, this is about backstabbing. This is about a heartbreak. This is about, people talk about you behind your back. So you may have had a situation that you're coming out of because you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Six of Swords and everything around you. But you may be coming out of a situation where you might have felt like people were talking a lot about you or you're being backstabbed. This could be a work situation. This could be a home situation. This could be a relationship. This could be a lot of different things. When the Ten of Swords is showing, this is saying that all the bad stuff that happened is in the past. Everything is done. They can't put any more swords in you because, the cycle stops at 10. So everything is in the end. And this makes a lot of sense because with this line here, this is the current energies you have. You have the High Priestess, the Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, this is about inspiration. This is about a new creation. This could be a new job. This could be a new business that you're starting. But it looks like intuitively, if you just look at all three of them together, intuitively, things are over. And then that things are now on the brighter side and they're heading towards the positive side. So you're just kind of sitting and kind of taking in things just because you can't see everything because it's hidden. But that things are done. You know that the backstabbing is over. You know that there's no more things to worry about. You don't have to worry about anyone talking about you at work or anyone trying to get by or try to do anything sneaky behind your back. Mm-hmm. And so now you're on the Six of Swords. Okay, the Six of Swords, this is taking a trip towards calmer weather and calmer waters. Now, since you also have the Chariot card and you have the Six of Swords, there's possibility that you could be on a journey. This could be traveling to a new destination. This could be on a spiritual journey. Some of you may have gotten a new job, and the new job that you're learning, you're actually learning the job. And the job that you're going to is a little bit easier than the one that you had to. So it's a little bit of a travel. You're going to do some traveling, or maybe even the new job that you get, you have to travel to the job. Okay? Your last situation, you were very bored. Okay? There was something that was boring you. And this was have an opportunity that's coming out from the universe, that's coming and being offered to you. The three cups that are in front of you are letting you know that you still have good energies, you still have celebration energy, you have people around you, but those things have been boring you. So you're looking for something new, looking for something exciting, looking for something to add some spark to your summer. The universe is offering something to you, and more than likely you may see it. You just have to kind of, like you see in the picture here, just pick your head up, and pay attention to what's being presented in front of you. Sometimes there's things that's right in front of you and you can't even see them. Right? And these two came out in the end. And I like this energy because for me, this energy is you walking away from this Eight of Swords mentality. Okay, you had a victory or defeat. You might have had to walk away from friends. You might have had to walk away from a job. You might have had to walk away from a situation. But because you walked away from that, this is also making this Eight of Swords a lesson. It's almost like the Eight of Swords is in reverse. Now you're not in your head anymore. Now you're not thinking. Now you're not feeling like you're stuck or left behind. You're getting a lot of clarity from this. Now with the Five of Swords, usually there's a battle that you won and people are walking away from you. They're not unhappy. So you see the guy has a sword over his hand, over his shoulder. He has one in the ground. So that two over your shoulder, this was the Two of Swords that you had to make a decision. You had to figure out which way you were going to go. The sword that he has stuck in the ground, that's the Ace of Swords. So that's where you get clarity. That's where you understand where everything's coming from. And because you have that, you see this person is now looking at the Eight of Swords. So they're almost looking at the person saying, we're going to get out of this. The only thing that was holding me back was myself, and there's no reason why I should be holding myself back for anything. All right? So let me take some time. I'm going to clarify some of these cards to try to figure out why they're here. All right? And I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. All right? And so first we'll clarify angels, spirit guides, ancestors. Please clarify for me, why is the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Ten of Swords? A bunch of cards came out. Alright, so I have these two. Alright. This is funny. So we have the High Priestess came out and the Nine of Swords. So what I take from this is that you were worrying about a lot of things, and it was stopping you from going to sleep. And those things that you were worrying about were those things that we were speaking of before. You know, the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords. So in the behind the scenes, you kind of had an intuition that people were talking about you behind your back, or people were trying to backstab you behind your back, or making moves behind your back, and you weren't liking it. And so this was something that was bothering you. But with the Ten of Swords here and the Ace of Wands, it's just showing that now the process is over. You having to worry about people stabbing you in the back or talking about you. It's totally done. Just looking at this Ace of Swords, you can see that there's 10 different types of swords here. So there's a lot of different people that were talking about you, or a lot of different things that happened to you that made you feel like you were being stabbed in the back. The High Priestess, this High Priestess here is in the ethereal world. She's in the kind of in the dream world, if you want, or the ethereal, like the meditation world. And this person's having a really hard time sleeping. So this was something that was bothering you, but you knew intuitively things were going to change, but the things you weren't able to see things, they were hidden from you. And because these things were hidden from you, they would keep you up at night, and you weren't really aware of what's going on. But now things are over with. You don't have to stress about anything. Things are going to be very clear for you going forward, especially because you have the Ace of Wands that's telling you that you have some inspiration that's coming to you, that's going to make you stronger, and that's going to give you something to look for and something to grasp onto. Right? Next, let's clarify here. Ancestor Spirit Guides, please clarify for me the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords combination. Please clarify for Virgo, why is it clear? Okay. Look at that. Love confirmation. So, the Ten of Swords. Okay, so this goes back to the same thing that we were speaking of. You had some bad things that were going on, whether it was at work, people talking about you, whether it's family, and all that stuff. So you had to walk away from it. You had to walk away from those people, and sometimes it's just like, you know what, I'm going to take my losses, I'm going to count my losses and just keep on moving. Once you count your losses and kept moving, that ended everything. Now nobody has anything further they can say about you. Okay, and this could be a lot of different things. This could be from raises. This could be from position. Maybe someone's jealous of the work that you do or how you do the work. It's a lot of different things. So maybe somebody has more tenure than you, or you have more tenure than them, and maybe they were jealous of your tenure. There's a lot of different things that this could be. All right. So let's just clarify one other thing here. Ancestor Spirit Guides, please give me a clear guided message for Virgo. Why is the Four of Cups here? Oh. All right. So I did see a card flip over. I think it was a six. Yeah, six. Look at that, Six of Wands. All right. So what I take from this is you're bored. The reason why you're bored is because for those who this has to do with work, it's a few different things. The Six of Wands, this is about success. This is about getting your props. This is about victory. This is about people exalting you. And since you have the Four of Cups, and it's almost like you're working at a job or something that doesn't appreciate all the work that you do, and they don't appreciate the things that you do, and you never get the credit that you're supposed to. So you never are able to hold up that reef. You're never able to hold your head high, no matter how many problems you solve, or the fact that nobody could do something and you're the only person that's doing it and taking care of business and keeping the business flowing. Nobody's giving you the props for it. And you kind of feel like your energy's being wasted, and you almost feel like you're not appreciated. And so that's one of the reasons why you're on this new journey. And this new journey that you have with the Six of Wands, and also with this Chariot, might just be self-discovery of either you looking for a new job or a new place to go. Some people might even be moving from their homes, and this is one of those things. You have synchronicity here because you have the Six of Wands, you have the Six of Swords, you have the Six of Wands, and you also have the six with the Lover's card. So there's a lot of victory that's heading your way. Things are going positive, but you know how they always say, things get worse before they get better. All right? So I'm just going to clarify one other thing here. All right. Got these two. All right. So I wanted to clarify the Lovers here for you. So the first card I got was the Seven of Cups. So the Lovers, some of you, when it comes to a love situation, you guys have a lot of choices. right? So I would say for singles, you guys might have a lot of choices, a lot of different people that you can talk to, or for those who are making a life decision, you just have a lot of different decisions that you're not sure of. There might be a little bit of confusion, but this is going to come to a change soon. Okay, right now Pluto is in Capricorn, and that's about firm, like big destruction, big changes. So this decision that you're going to make soon, you want to make sure that you make this as a wise decision, because whatever decision that you make, and I've take this for both those who are in a relationship and those who are dealing with work. This is going to be a sudden change. It's going to be immediate. It's going to be something that's going to be fast acting, and it's not going to be something that you're going to be able to kind of go back from. It's something that definitely is going to, it's going to move quickly. And I have a good feeling for this because I just see, just kind of clarifying this, right? So you have the Ace of Wands, which the Ace of Wands, this time frame represents the summertime. So this represents the time frame going from, if I remember correctly, like from Cancer, from beginning of Cancer season all the way to the beginning of Virgo season is when the Ace of Wands represents. Now, let's check out some of your oracle cards, because I feel like this Ace of Wands, which is a fire sign, is giving us great insight. So we see here, we have, it's time to take action. This is full moon in Aries, okay? New moon in Aries. Now, right now, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, good luck, is in Aries. It's going to be there till the end of October. So there's going to be a lot of different opportunities that you're going to have, a lot of different growth. A lot of things are going to be moving. A lot of things are going to be changing, you know, and I feel like this is something that's going to be you, especially since you have the Chariot card here, representing Cancer season. The Chariot represents Cancer, and then you also have the Six of Swords. Okay. Now I also see that the element that's going to affect you is fire. So if you look here, it's 23. 2-3 is change. 2-3 is 5. Is 2 plus 3 is 5. I'm sorry, and that's change. So there's something that's soon to change around you. Just like how we have the Tower card that came. Something suddenly is going to change around you. That's going to have to do either with work or a big decision that you're going to have to make, possibly around work. And it's going to be a fire sign that's going to either be part of it or a fire that is part of the situation. Okay. You have the rabbit spirit, which is 49, and 4 plus 9 is 13. So that's transformation, that's change. The rabbit spirit says now is a lucky time. So as I mentioned before, Jupiter is in Aries. So showing that it's looking here that the Aries energy is going to be affecting you. It looks like you're going to have some good luck, especially with the rabbit, coming out for you, that you're going to have some good luck that's coming your way. All right, so just be ready for immediate change, and it's going to be something that's going to be a good change for you. All right, so let's take some time to read your angel card here. All right, so Virgo, we have, it is safe for you to receive. If you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms and receive, and be a conduit for good that's coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Okay, so just with this energy here, it's just telling you, just be open to receive. You've been putting a lot of work in, you know, and as I mentioned before, you might have been someone who works somewhere and you're not appreciated. They're not really showing you appreciation or showing you to thank you. But we can see obviously that you're having a lot of growth. You're on your own personal journey and you're growing yourself, and you have fairy energy that's behind you, fire energy that's protecting you, and that's going to make sure that the path is clear for you. Okay? All right, so just want to thank you for your time, Virgo. It was my pleasure. This is your June reading. For those who are interested in the personal reading, you can reach out my description box, and you'll see my email there. You could reach out. We could do 2 time frames, either half hour or an hour. If you also choose to, you can also donate to the page, and that helps me to get new cards. It helps me to keep the page going. All right, but it's been my pleasure. You have a wonderful month. Take care, Virgo. Peace.